Hello, hello. How's everybody today? Hey, Cairo. Hey, Dean. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Cairo, did you get that email I sent you, hon? Welcome in, guys. Please hit that like button on your way in. I'd appreciate it. On time, Taro. How you doing, dear? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, MB. It's rainy on the East Coast. It's sunny out here. It is sunny out here. The weather's been really good out here lately, last couple of days. Hey, PK. Good morning, hon. Oh, you're so funny. Yeah, he opened it up for you, dear. I was like, hey, she can't do this. And he says, oh, let me take care of that for her. Hey, Cancerian girl. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hope everybody's having a nice morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you're at. Let's get into this. Is it time? I think he said it, is it time to make a move? Is it time to make a move? MB, you're so funny. Instead of getting in a little quiet corner and logging on. I don't know. We'll look at Oh my goodness. Okay, well we'll look. Let's get into it. Let's find out. Is it time to make a move, Cancer? Is it time to make a move? Is it time to make a move? You got somebody. There's a confession about a commitment. Somebody's going to confess something about a commitment. Wow. Okay. Okay. Somebody's going to tell you that there's a breakup. There's a breakup here. There's some hard times. Someone's going through some hard times. It's gonna be a confession about the commitment. Whatever this was, they're confessing something here. I feel like this is somebody that you're not in a relationship with yet. I feel like there's a breakup that they're going through. They're going through some kind of a hard time. Could be you're going through some hard time. It could be either or. Take it out resonates with you. But there's a confession about a commitment. Let's get into it and see what we got. Let's see what we got. I didn't make me any coffee this morning, so I'm still a little. I am drinking my strawberries and cream zero Dr. Pepper though. The shit is bomb. I agree. Got to have that coffee. I just didn't feel like making it this morning. I had a grandbaby telling me he wanted snacks, he wanted fruit. I needed to turn. Okay, so the one crazy thing about one of my grandbabies. Now I'm 60 years old, as most of you know. I have never heard of the color cyan. But my 3-year-old grandson knows the word cyan. He knows what shade of blue it is. He knows. So he has a little sign in his room. He has a little sign in his room that says their names. And it's like a Jurassic Park kind of thing, but it has their names on the bottom and it lights up. And he's telling me I have to turn it on. And then I said, what color do you want? Because it changes colors. It'll go green, 2 shades of green, 2 shades of blue, 2 shades of red. And he says to me, cyan. Just was like, I don't know where he got it. Now my favorite color is Corsair. And you don't normally hear that it's a deep turquoise, but to have a 3-year-old tell you cyan, not blue, but cyan. We'll be specific about this one. I was like, oh my God. He's the same one that when I spelled popcorn, he knew what I was spelling. So, man, I'm telling you, these kids, little brainiacs. That made me smile this morning. So freaking cute. Okay, so tell me, is it time for you to make a move, Cancer? Is it time for you to make? They are, Jean. They are. They're little sponges. These two are. I mean, I got Jack's a puzzle that it goes. It's like pegs. So there's different numbers of pegs, and he will take every one of the blocks and put them on the right pegs, and he just does it so. Like he knows exactly what's where. He sees it. I'm like, man, my little geniuses. Yeah, they do. They're sponges. I just love that. Gotta love the grandbabies. The grandbabies, they're on another level. I know my son tells me, who are you? Where's the woman that raised me? Because I'm nothing like I was as a parent to my grandbabies. I think when you're a parent, you're the one taking the responsibility. So it's not on my watch kind of thing. But when you have grandbabies, it's like, oh no, the sugar doesn't melt in their mouth. They're so perfect. But don't get me wrong. If my grandbabies needed a swat on the backside, they would get a swat on the backside because I ain't playing like that. I'm not going to have my grandbabies acting like they're self-entitled little bastards. I can't do that shit. No. Cannot handle when I see that. Parents letting their kids get away with nonsense. That's just no. You're not supposed to be their friend. You're supposed to be their parent. You're supposed to guide them. Oh, Cairo, my pat on the butt would not be anything significant. But they would know I'm in business. They can tell by my tone sometimes when I'm in disagreement with what they're doing. So, anyway, okay, let's get into this reading. God knows I could just rattle off at the mouth about my grandbabies. They're just 2 perfect human beings as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so you may I feel like you're skeptical. Cancer, right off the bat, you're back and forth about seeing if this relationship is going to end up being a commitment. You're going to see if I feel like you're you're wondering if this is going to go the distance. If this person is confessing that they had dark times and they had to end a commitment, I feel like you're smart when it comes to this because in your mind now, and not, some people think, hold my beer, let's, challenge accepted. I can change him. I can make it work. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you're doing here. That's not what you're doing at all. I feel like for you, you think that this person may self sabotage their relationships. So, you feel like if their wish fulfillment is to betray, who's the culprit here? Who's the one that caused the problem in the relationship? Because, we all know this one, right? When a man, they'll say, she doesn't understand me. Now, women do the same thing. Women act like the damsel in distress. If they're in a relationship and they're wanting to be with somebody else, they're going to act like, oh, he's just so mean, or he's this, or he doesn't do this, or he doesn't do that. Play the damsel in distress, where the man will act like, play the victim. Oh, she doesn't understand me. We're not on the same page. All she does is argue and fight, that kind of thing. I'm talking about somebody who's trying to cheat, or somebody who's basically trying to blow smoke up somebody's ass. That's what they're trying to do. You have a person over here that is confessing, oh, we had, it wasn't a good relationship. I had to end it. And then I feel like, Cancer, you're being very skeptical here. You're back and forth about seeing whether or not this relationship can go the distance, because you feel like this person may self-sabotage. You know that they're feeding you a line of BS. That's what you're doing. You know that they're feeding you BS. You're waiting. You're looking out to the future here. It's like you don't have the strength to take that leap at this time. Because I feel like for you, you're hesitating. You're hesitating to move forward here. You're holding yourself back. You do have the strength to hold yourself back here and wait to take that leap, because you want to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. You're wanting to see what's real and what's not. Cancer, I feel like your spidey senses are kicking in. Your intuition is on point. I feel like you're reading the room pretty damn well. You're reading the room, okay? I feel like you don't want to end up like the person from the past. You don't want to end up with regrets like the person from the past. You don't want to jump into a relationship with somebody that isn't ready for a relationship. They may talk a good game, but when it comes right down to it, are they prepared for a relationship? Because, guys, the funny thing, I've been seeing this trend about no 50-50. I agree with that 100%. You want to go 50-50? You want me to pay half the bills? If I'm paying half the bills, you're washing half the dishes. You're mowing half the lawn. You're taking half the garbage out. You're cleaning the toilets half the time. You're going to meet me in the middle. If you're going to meet me in the middle, I don't mind going 50-50. If I work as hard as you do, and 50-50 also means taking care of the kids, getting up in the middle of the night. Every other night is your night. If you want 50-50, we'll go 50-50, but it's across the board. It isn't selective. It's not when, wait, I was only talking about the bills. Well, honey, it takes a lot more than just bills and money to run a household. You got to be hands on. You got to be cleaning the stove and scrubbing the floors. Like, I don't mind washing the dishes, but you're mopping, and you're going to mop every time I wash the dishes. So it's like, you know, um, there's no problem with 50-50 if you are 50-50 across the board. You can't be selective. You cannot think, oh, well, I want her to pay half the bills. I don't have a problem contributing half the money, but I expect you contribute half of the workload that has to do outside of the workplace. You can't just come home, plop your ass on the couch, and think that, like my second husband did, saying that you can have the inside, I'll take care of the outside, and he hires a gardener. Okay, that no, 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 and no. So yeah, this person isn't prepared. This isn't prepared. This is somebody who's going to tell you that they're going to contribute, but they're not going to contribute. They're not going to meet you halfway. They want what they want in a relationship, and you see that. You see that who's the problem. You do. You see who the problem is here. Well, Nathan, I'm glad. Nathan? Do you do half the chores too? Because I mean, I agree with 50-50 if you're going across the board. Everybody's contributing, because that's how a household works. Everybody has to be hands on deck. It isn't just the woman. So see, I feel like Cancer, this person, whoever you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with is manifesting the King of Swords. They're being strategic. They're plotting. They're planning. They think that they're going to go from one household to the next. They ruined the relationship over here, and you're seeing this because you're skeptical right out the gate here, and you're waiting because you don't want it to end up. You're seeing who's the guilty party here. He's manifesting being strategic, plotting and planning. It was like, well, I'll tell her how hard of a time I had, and she'll open the door for me. She'll want to take care of me, so to speak. That ain't you, Cancer. That's not what you're doing. You're closing the door on that. This is a cycle. See, this person ended one cycle and he wants to start a new one, right? Because he's manifesting being strategic, so he gets to go from one to the next, closing out cycles, opening up another one. Well, this person can see that you're trapped in your head about this partnership. You're not willing to just jump in and take over where somebody left off. You're mastering your emotions. You're standing in your own masculine energy here, Cancer, because you're the one in control here. A seat warmer. I agree with you. I agree with you. This person sees that you doubt the partnership. They know you're onto them. They may end up moving forward. You're going to see that all of a sudden this person is moving away from you, because this person's intention was to close the door on one and open the door on the next. You should never wait on anybody, ever. I don't care if you're a twin flame or not. Don't wait on anybody. You need to live your life. You have lessons to learn. You have things to do, people to see, places to go. Everybody should be working on themselves. Love yourself first. Know your worth and value in a relationship. I promise you, if you know your worth and value in a relationship, and you know who you are, and what you're willing to put up with and what you're not willing to put up with, because everybody has to compromise somewhere. Okay, there's no perfect world here. Okay, so someone's got to compromise somewhere, but compromise is you deciding to give in to somebody. Well, they need to equally compromise. It's got to be give and take, but you If you love yourself first and you know who you are, then that's going to come naturally, right? This person's going to recognize, okay, well, she sacrificed on this, I'm going to sacrifice on that, right? Because there are relationships that are in harmony. There are. Um, I know several people that I have to commend them, even being younger. They are very much in tune with one another in their marriage. You know, they treat one another with the highest of respect and caring. You know, it's a beautiful thing to see when two people come together and they treat one another that way. Okay, so you're back and forth here wanting to see something. That's your wish fulfillment. You're taking the time before you take a leap of faith. Your wish fulfillment is to see what's really happening before you jump in with both feet. Has to do with a relationship and a commitment. Yes, you want to be in a relationship. You want the commitment to be successful. You want the victory here. You see the person's wish fulfillment is to sabotage the relationship. I feel like in this case, that this person wanted their cake and eat it too. If they're not getting what they want from one, they'll go find somebody else that will, right? Um, but that's not how the real world works. I mean, to some people it is. Some people think they're just takers and that's all they're going to do is take. But when it comes to, you know, if you're trying to build a relationship, does it have the strength to go the distance? Yeah. See, but you have somebody who, in divine timing, is just playing mind games and manipulating a situation and will end up betraying you. They'll do, if you think that they won't do the same thing to you that they did to the other person, leopards don't change their spots, guys. If this person treated you one way, they're going to treat their next partner the same way. It's probably going to end the same way. Even though they get with somebody and that person, for some reason, in their little mind, and I say little mind because when a woman takes in, they're filling your shoes and they're thinking, oh, well, I'm better than she is. He'll never treat me that way. Hang on to your ass because it'll get good. This person is going to do the exact same thing to you as they did to their previous partner. This person has no intent on making right in a relationship. So, yeah, they will. They will treat you the same, especially when somebody's really not prepared for a relationship. I'm talking about somebody who is wanting somebody to take care of them. They're looking for, oh, you don't cook like my mom, or you don't this like my mom. Then go live with your mom, honey. If that's what you're looking for, go live with that person. I feel like Cancer, you are not in a place where you're willing to be put in this position. This is, is it time to make a move? No, it's not time to make a move. And this is a clear cut, you know, you're not about to play in this, especially when you have somebody with this right here. This is the perfect example. Manifesting being strategic, this person's intending to win, right? They want every I dotted, every T crossed. They plot and plan. They're in their head. How do I end a relationship with Betty and start up with Sally? Right? Ending something to start something new. Something comes full circle. It doesn't end the way they want it. They run off and they go find somebody again to do the same thing with. Same thing. Same shit, different day. You're waiting because of this offer, right? The harsh truth is you have the strength to handle this. I almost feel like you know the harsh truth about this offer. You know that it looks like it's gold on the outside, but it probably is, covered. It's probably foil covering a piece of chocolate. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is an offer. This is an offer that's kind of, it looks good on the outside, but it's probably melted chocolate on the inside. It's gooey, it's hot, it's melty, that kind of thing. It's not going to go the distance here. You know, Cancer, you're already aware that if you take that leap of faith, you're going to get a broken heart. You know that this person's going to treat you the same way they treated the person behind them. That's like, when you're dating somebody, even on the first date, you want to know, how did your previous relationship end, and why? And I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, if you ask that question to a woman, they're going to say, he cheated. Even if he didn't, he cheated. Or he did this, or he did that. If you ask a man that question, she just didn't understand me. All she wanted to do was argue and fight. It's almost like across the board. So, here you are. I love it when the cards come out this way. You taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, you're matching his energy because you already know your intuition is on point here. Your intuition is on point. Now, this could be a male to a female. This could be the other way around, female to male. It could be that, you have met a female and she was saying, oh, he cheated, or, oh, he was abusive, or he was this, or he was that, right? The same thing. If this person goes, I want to say someone called it, and I had to laugh about it, homie hopper, a homie hopper. They go from one to the next, one to the next, one to the next, right? So in this case, whoever this Cancer is, whether you're male or female, your intuition is on point. You're a little skeptical. You're not buying into the, how cute they are, or how they're this or they're that. You're feeling like this person is full of it, that this person does this on a regular basis. They just go from one to the next, and you don't want to end up being one of their victims along the way, right? You know the truth in the situation. The truth is here. You're the math ain't mathin' for you, and you're looking at this going, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't want to end up like somebody from the past did, right? Because you're going to close one cycle and you're going to open another one. So it's going to be the same old shit, different day routine here. This person has a habit of going from one to the next. Manifesting that King of Swords. He's waiting for a betrayal in love, because you know that this person will, that's exactly, it just keeps repeating it. If you start up with this person, it won't end any different than it did over here. Now, I don't feel like this is old love. I don't feel like this is retrograde. I don't feel like I feel like this is somebody that you met, and this is the sob story they're telling you, but you're feeling like, oh, back at you, MB. You're feeling like you see it for what it is right up front. I like that your intuition is on point here, that you really understand that, guys, it just takes getting to know somebody. It just takes going out with this person. And even if you just go and in the park and, sit and talk, or whatever, picnic in the park, whatever the hell. You don't have to spend money on a date. You can just go and be with one another and get to know each other. People need to talk. Communication is key. Oh, Tav, 100%. This full moon eclipse, Mercury retrograde eclipse energy uh, in Aries is kicking everybody's backside. You got to kiss a lot of princes, a lot of frogs to get that prince, Cairo. You do. I always wake up. Last night I woke up, I think about 11 and was up till 2 and then went back to sleep. You can buy yourself flowers. Oh my God. Okay, so I feel like for you, you're just at a crossroads about this King of Wands. I see it. I want it. It's mine. And him being strategic, not showing emotion, kind of like going, plotting and planning to get what he wants. Cancer, you're ending this one. I say the jury is that. Is it time to make a move? It is not. It is not. Take the time to get to know somebody, guys. 100%. You'll be happy. You get to know one another. Don't just talk on the phone and don't just text. Every morning you'll get a text from him saying, "Good morning, how are you?" I mean, if he doesn't ask you, "What are you doing today?" You ever think you want to go out to dinner, you want to go this, you want to do that. If they don't start making plans and all they do is say, "Good morning, how are you?" That ain't the one for you. You want somebody who's interested in ready to get to know you, not just play these little, they don't text you all day and then at night, "Oh, good night, what are you wearing?" That kind of thing. Oh no. Mm-mm. Yeah. They're too predictable. Too predictable. Okay. Guys, is there any topics you want to talk about today? Let's see what comes out. Any spiritual questions or oh, I agree. Twins. Um, Cairo, there's no such thing as a false twin. There's no such thing as a false twin. I know people come on and ask, "Is there a false twin?" There's no such thing as a false twin. You have a karmic, you have a twin flame, and you have yourself. If you are a twin flame, that person is your person. There's no false twins. There's no somebody coming in and you feel like it is, but they're not. That's a soulmate. There's a big difference between soulmate connection and a twin flame connection. A soulmate, your dog could be your soulmate, your best friend could be your soulmate, your mother could be your soulmate. You just have a good, solid relationship with them. It's like you've known each other before, and you have known soulmates before. You have known soulmates before, just like you have known your twin before. The energy between two twins when they meet, it's like a magnet pulling you to each other. It is a lot stronger than just a normal. Yeah, the false twin is the false twin to one of you is the karmic, yes, and the one that wreaks the havoc would be the karmic. It's the karmic that you're talking about. Now you're going to know the karmic. Now I'm still dealing with my twins karmic. She's an astro traveler. She doesn't have much power other than she comes and irritates me in the ethers when I'm trying to sleep, or I can feel her energy. I know when she's near me. I know what she's up to. My guides are aware of what she's up to. And I just tell her, as many years as this has been going on, it's the same old shit, different day. It is literally, she's doing the same things she's done for the last 12 years. She has no new tricks. She has no new tricks. So the more she irritates me, because I'm not afraid of it, I don't fear it at all. All it does is strengthen me. So, the more this person irritates me, I'm used to it. It's another day in the park for me, okay? But my twin's been gone almost 4 years. When is this person going to get a life? When is this person going to stop doing the nonsense? I prayed for her this morning. You can't pray for your enemy. So that tells me how much I'm healed, right? Because at this point, it's like, can you please just go find the light? Can you bow your knee and take responsibility for your actions and find love and move forward with your life? I don't wish ill will on her. I don't care about her. I don't care if she lives. I don't care if she dies. I don't care. I don't care. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. When you're completely indifferent to somebody, you've not only have you healed and you've overcome your obstacles, even if they're still there trying to act like it's almost like gotta be a fly on the wall. Wants to know what I'm up to, wants to know what energy. Oh, this thing. Okay, let's try this again, guys, because we've got to. Hold on. Okay, we're back. I don't know why it's doing that in the lives. Yeah. Is it better now? Do you guys see it better? Oh, you're right. Jean, yes. Okay, guys. Um, when people, okay, first of all, we have a lot of people that think they understand magic. People that they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, first of all. And you don't understand that that's going to backfire on you. It's going to backfire on you in a bad way. Doing a love spell on somebody, especially, I want you to visualize being trapped under visualize a picture of you and that person that you've done a love spell on, trapped between two pieces of glass, and you don't like one another. There's no room for you to move. You can't do anything. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck. You're stuck with somebody who hates you. Now, when you force yourself on somebody that doesn't like you, if they were not attracted to you to begin with, what makes you think because you've got a love spell on them that they're automatically going to see you as, Jessica Rabbit? You understand what I'm saying? You know, come on. Come on, be logical when it comes to this kind of stuff. People hear, oh, well, just do a love potion on them, or just do a love spell on them, or do it, and the worst one, blood magic. You know, the amount of FAFO that you're going to get back on your life is crazy. You know, you cannot put a love spell on somebody, you're affecting their free will. And love is one of those things that conquers all. So if you are forcing somebody to love you, you're going to end up in a miserable relationship. A miserable relationship. You think that it's all, I'll get him away from her, I'll do a love spell, I'll do this, I'll do that. You're being messy. You're being messy. 100%. And there's no good that will come from that. So never, ever, ever, ever. Yeah, believe in manifestation. Believe in manifesting what you want. Say it like you have it. Have gratitude and appreciation. Always follow those steps. Always follow those steps. Not just I feel or I want, I see. Use the upper chakras instead of the lower chakras, because the I am successful, that is the base chakra. Okay, that is the lowest of the chakras. Go to the third eye. I see. I speak it into existence. I feel with the heart chakra. Or the top of the head, I know. So I know I'm going to be successful. I know that this is going to turn out for my highest good. Always, always have an attitude of gratitude. Always give thanks for the littlest of things. Because I'm going to tell you guys, if you are in control, or you are you have appreciation for the littlest of things, the biggest things will flow to you like there's no tomorrow. Yes, there are people that try to block your path. There are people that try to block your success. Especially, guys, if you're a twin flame, they don't want you to get to the finish line. They absolutely do not want you to get to the finish line. There are some low vibrational pieces of, oh my God, out there that just, let me throw every obstacle. Let's see what happens when I do this to her or this. I'm going to tell you what you're going to end up having done. Okay. Especially if you're dealing with an empress. The empress is all four queens rolled into one, plus the high priestess. She has higher esoteric knowledge. She has walked on coals. She's walked through fire. She's done the amount of shit that I've dealt with in my life. And you don't ever see me throw a pity party about it. Every single thing that I went through in my entire life put me on the path to where I'm at today. I could not speak on something on my platform if I have not lived through it. Now, I had a nasty comment on my page last night. I wasn't even going to bring this up, but we'll talk about this. Told me to shut up unless I've stood in this person's shoes, and shame on me. And it was talking about when I said something about somebody didn't turn somebody in that had was a famous person that had essayed them, right? But instead of pressing charges on this person, they just let it go. But then they're crying about it when they're at 40 years later. You did nothing when you had the opportunity. And what happened was this person had many more victims after the fact because you refused to speak up. And that's what they're saying, telling me that I should shut my mouth. If I'm speaking on something, you better believe I've lived through it, okay? I personally have lived through it. And you don't know me from Adam to come on my platform and say something like that to me, especially when I went through it for 10 years. Don't do it. I mean, I was nice. All I did was block this person. This person does not have access to this channel from this point on. But no, if I'm speaking on something to you, I've been through it myself. And I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm a 60-year-old woman. I have a lot of life experience. And I have been through the ringer.
Well, I don't even think this was a reader. I think this was just somebody who had their alligator mouth overloading their hummingbird ass last night. But, you know, at the end of the day, guys, I promise you, if I'm speaking on something, it's something that I have experience with. I am not one of those people. I'm a no bullshit kind of person. You know, it's not that there's black and white. There are gray areas in life. I understand that there, but my son tells me I'm more black and white. It's no. I try to speak on facts. I try to speak on. Actually, Cairo, this is a person I've seen in the lives many times. She may even have been a subscriber to the channel, but she just popped off on something she has no freaking ass clue about, and I ain't the one. I ain't the one. Because I promise you, like I said, if I'm speaking on it, I've been through it. So, yeah, you learn from things, you grow from things, you heal from things. And yes, people, I don't agree. I know, believe me, I know the statistics on women 4 out of 5 women before the age of 18. Okay. I understand that there are a lot of people that don't speak on it out of fear, but you can't let your fear control your life and then live in that shit for 40 years. You have to be able to overcome obstacles, even those. Everything, I'm going to tell you what I found in my journey, because not only was I essayed as a child, I was also spiritually essayed. Okay. So, there's one thing when you can see the person who's doing the nonsense to you versus being attacked and feeling it and not being able to do a damn thing about it. Now, if you think that the first one's frightening, you should try the second one. The second one is a mind blow, a mind blown. Okay. The one thing I can say about me is I am a very strong minded, strong willed, stubborn as hell. You can bend me, but you will never break me kind of person. This is part of this journey. I had to be able to go through all of this to speak on this to you, because there are so many twins out there that don't understand. Like with me, when I started my twin flame journey, guys, there was nobody to hold my hand through shit. There was nobody to hold my hand through this. I had a couple girlfriends that were there and that are spiritual, and they stood by my side, thank God. But neither one of us knew what was happening. We had to figure it out as we went. So to be able to walk through all of that and be here, I'm here for a reason, because I teach twins how to go through this journey and how to understand what they have to do to get to where they need to be. Period. Oh, Cairo, you would know, you would know, you would feel it. You would feel it, absolutely feel it. Your body would shake like it was happening. You would feel everything. Now, I'm mean when it comes to stuff like that. At first, it terrified me. But then I got mad. And, once you get mad, oh no, watch out. Now, I will start talking about the size of the phallic being, 2 inches, and telling them if I wanted that, I would do it myself, that kind of thing. Just kind of, you just have to have a different attitude, and it's like, or really, are you done yet? Kind of attitude. When you take away their power, the violence stops. When you take away the power, if you stand in your power and you take away their power. So yes, it's intense, but I know that everything that I went through put me on a path to help other people. Right? So, where just like a doctor goes to school, and I'm not a doctor and I don't claim to be, but just like a doctor goes to school, I went to school too. I went to school. I went to school of hard knocks, learning these lessons and going through these and healing myself. Because, my son would say to me, if I didn't know you, Mom, I would think this was all crazy. But I'm not a bullshitter. I don't lie, cheat, or steal. I don't do that nonsense. I ain't got time for that. I hold myself to a higher standard for myself. Am I perfect? Not by a long shot. No, I'm not perfect. I fall short every single freaking day, but I get back up and move forward each and every day too. So you have to realize, keep pushing yourself, keep going, keep moving forward. Take baby steps if you have to, because you always will have to learn how to crawl before you can walk, before you can run. You can't just jump in and go, oh, I'm here. I'm swinging from trees. I'm handling this. I'm Tarzan. No, it don't work like that. You gotta overcome a lot of stuff to get to where you're at or where you need to be. Well, let them call you nuts, because you're not nuts, first of all. And people like to point fingers, but they don't realize they've got three coming back at themselves, right? Tell somebody that they're nuts because they're going through something. The problem is the person that's talking to you, Cairo, is afraid because they couldn't handle it if it happened to them, right? And so you must be crazy to come up with this kind of thing. Most twins that I talk to, the one thing they all tell me is the same. Nobody believes me. I don't know what else to do. I feel like I'm going crazy, but this is what's happening. It's very normal. That's very normal when you're a twin. You have to realize that you were put here for a higher purpose. Your higher purpose is to help other people. You need to be able to go through and heal yourself. How can you raise the vibration of other people around you if you can't even raise your own vibration? Do you realize that this is a long road, okay? You're here to raise the vibration of people on earth here in the 3D. How could you raise their vibration if you can't even raise your own? You've got to be able to stand and fight. You've got to stand in your power. You've got to know who is the creator. You need to know who you're dealing with. Yeah, you do. You do. You have to be able to overcome the obstacle that's been put in front of you. And then so many people say, well, I'm a person of faith. Why, when I prayed, did I not get an answer to my prayer? Because if he's led you through to it, he'll lead you through it, or he'll give you the strength to endure it. Everything happens for a reason. I'm talking every single thing happens for a reason. These are obstacles for you to overcome. You are also, as a twin, clearing karmic debt from other lifetimes. With all of the adversity that you go through in a twin flame journey, and there is a lot of adversity that you go through in a twin flame journey, you are clearing out karmic debt. All of those obstacles, you're getting ticked off. Every single one of those things are paying karmic debt, but they're also giving you a lesson, also raising your vibration, also teaching you to help others. Finding kindness. Love is free, so is kindness, right? Be as kind as you can to somebody. Be that smile that they, you don't know what other people are going through in this world. You have no idea. We're in a shitty world right now. When you walk out every day, anytime I leave the house, which is I don't do very often because I'm busy. Okay. Right here I'm busy. But I always smile at people. I always ask them how their day is. I compliment people. I always want to leave somebody with a smile. I never want to be that Karen in line causing more destruction than they know what, because they're not happy with themselves. So they're going to take shit out on everybody else around them, or they think they're the police and they're going to patrol everything you do. Yeah. So yeah, guys. So speaking on that, so Boyd, it did irritate the shit out of me this morning. And my son tells me, "Why do you pay attention? You should have just left the comment there." No. Oh no. I'm never going to allow anybody to come on my page and disrespect me. Yeah, and no. That's a hard pass. I've been through too much in my life to allow nonsense like that. Now, I could have left that comment and had everybody just chewing their backside out, but this person doesn't deserve. They don't deserve that. They don't. Not that they don't deserve to get their ass chewed. They don't deserve the time or energy that anybody would give them. They don't deserve that time and energy. Well, and to assume what got me more than anything was assuming that I haven't been through it. Like, how dare I speak on it? I'm not a child. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm a 60-year-old woman, almost 61. I've had a lot of life lessons. So yeah, I was just like, we're not doing this. Anyway, my friends, I think I'm going to get off here. I will be back next Monday on Cancer at 10, and next Wednesday at 10 as well on Cancer. But guys, I am doing the giveaways. If you book a reading with me in the month of April, I'm going to be giving away 5 tarot decks, Magical Fantasy tarot decks. And if you buy one of the Magical Fantasy tarot decks, you're going to be entered into drawing to win a half-hour reading. So decks and readings. And yes, you may use the $10 discount code INSPIRE on any of the regular readings. And I don't care how many times you use it. I know this economy sucks. I'm not trying to be, I have readings that range from $35 to $300. Okay. And people buy every one of them. You can't use the discount code on the emergency readings, but you can use them on the regular readings. I try to help everybody in their own price range because I know everybody needs help these days. Everybody does. Even if you're financially stable, this world is just like, PG&E. That is just ridiculous. The amount it costs out here in California is ridiculous. So yeah, everybody needs help. So guys, that's it. I will see you on Monday. Much love and stay blessed, guys.